What's up, YouTube? Sorry to all my subs. I know I said I was gonna get this video out a lot earlier, but guess what? I started reading guys' comments, did a little bit of something, and then I fell asleep. I'm sorry. I'm a lazy fucking bastard. Alright, but anyway, let's get right into it. Now, this is straight from the subscribers' request. This is gonna be a casting video. I've compiled a 3-page little script / reading list for you guys. This is going to be part 1 of the video. The casting news was enormous. When you're reading the spoilers as they come out, from October to November from August to November on Watchers on the Wall, they basically were having spoilers like new casting news and all that shit coming out every other day. So it doesn't seem like a lot when it's coming out, but when you go back and look at all the shit now, it's insane. So basically, I'm going to make this a 2-part video. But at the end of this video, I'm going to read some of you guys' questions / comments that I really do appreciate, because this is ultimately the reason why I do it. For us to have a conversation about Game of Thrones and The Walking Dead and Star Wars. I asked my cat. He didn't want to be in this video again. Well, you know what? Hang on 1 second. Surprise! He's here. Say hi, kitty. Say hi. Kitty, look at the camera right there. You look so freaked out, dude. Sorry about that. I'll be right back. I'm going to go let him out before he decides that he wants to eat my food. Sorry about that. Moving right along. First off, we have Euron Greyjoy. He's going to be played by Pilou Asbæk. He is a Scandinavian actor, he's got pretty hard to pronounce the name, we'll say that. But basically, Euron is Theon's uncle. He's an infamous pirate. He sailed the 7 seas. His claim to fame is that he's been everywhere and he's seen it all. He's described as being cunning with a touch of madness, for his casting description. Alright, then we have Aeron Greyjoy. He is going to be playing. He's not actually way back in season, I think it was 2. Like one of the first times you go to Pike, you see this drowned priest god. That wasn't Aeron. That was another of Theon's uncles, is what HBO is telling us. Because a lot of people thought that drowned priest dude was actually Aeron Greyjoy, but he's not. Aeron, not Euron. Euron has been cast. The person who's going to be playing Aeron Greyjoy has not actually been. He's been cast and he's already filmed his shit, but we don't know who it is. Then we have the North Lords, Northern cast members, Northern people rock, except for the Boltons. We have Small John Umber. Small John is a Lord of the North, a massive bear of a man with a hatred that runs deep. He's the son of Great John Umber, and we met Great John Umber way back in season 1. That's pretty much it. His casting description is, long story short, he's a massive bear of a man, and he's got a hatred that runs deep. Then we have Lord Karstark. The new Lord Karstark is described as being intimidating, ruthless, calculating, and according to his casting notice, we'll see him in episode 3 of next season. The person who's playing the role is unknown, but it's already been cast and it's already been filmed. Then we have, this is a code name, Fletcher. He's a fat northern nobleman in his 60s who makes a stirring speech. Fletcher, it goes on to say that Fletcher is probably not the character's real name. So that could be well, no. We don't actually know who it is, so I'm not going to sit here and speculate, because I have had a few people in my comment section say do some fact checking and shit like that. Basically just trolling me, so I'm not going to make a guess on who he actually is. His code name is Fletcher, and he stands up, gives a stirring speech. Kind of like the rugged pirate. Then we have Boyce. That is another code name. He's described as being a callow young northern nobleman in his 20s who's also been thrust into a position of power before he's ready. He has a couple of speeches and is scheduled to film the same day as the actor who's playing Fletcher. Now, this I might speculate a little bit. Boyce, that could be maybe Rickon Stark? No, I'm just kidding. You guys let me know who you think Boyce is down in the comment section. I'll read his description one more time. He is a callow young northern nobleman in his 20s who's been thrust into a position of power, and he's not ready to be in that position of power. Then we have Bolton officers. They're going to be played by Andrew Bryan and Tristan Heonu. I don't know. Yeah, so they're probably just going to be in the first few episodes. I mean, just some guys in the background, some Bolton extras. Maybe they have a few lines on camera, which is why they were named actors. I don't know. Then we have the Winterfell flashback. That's going to be a young Ned Stark flashback. We have someone who's playing a young Hodor. This part is most likely played by Sam Coleman, though it's not officially confirmed at this time. So actor Sam Coleman, unofficially confirmed, will be playing a young Hodor in the young Ned flashbacks. Young Ned is going to be played by Sebastian Croft. I talked about him in one of my videos yesterday. Basically, he is a young British actor. He's had a few plays, like in, I don't want to say it's the British version of Broadway, but it's something similar to that. A place in London where they have a whole bunch of playhouses. This kid has had a starring role in them. Once again, his name is Sebastian Croft, and he'll be playing young Ned Stark. Alright, then we have Beyond the Wall. We have the Three-Eyed Raven. He's been cast, Max von Sydow. Going a little bit in depth about him, he was the guy that you saw at the end of Season 4 when Bran finally made it super north of the wall. He walks into what is basically the Blood Raven's lair. There's a whole bunch of others outside. They start attacking him. A child of the forest shows up, bombs them away with like magical pixie fairy dust. Bran goes inside. He sees a guy in the tree. At that point in time, it was played by a different actor. I'm not sure what his name is, but he's now going to be played by Max von Sydow, and he's confirmed cast. All right. It also has a listing for Children of the Forest, so we'll probably get some new kid actors that'll be playing them. It says Game of Thrones posted a casting notice for a young woman approximately 18 to 22 years old of any ethnicity. The actress needs to be about 5 feet taller or shorter, with striking facial features, eyes that are as far apart as possible, and a childlike physique who has the ability to handle action scenes as well as with the ability to be able to handle action scenes as well. That's pretty fucking descriptive. Up until the part where they said the eyes need to be as far apart as possible, that almost sounded like they were describing my girlfriend. She's about 5'4", she's got a gorgeous face, and her eyes are not far apart, so that's where they lost it. Hopefully she doesn't watch this video and say, "You think I'm fucking toad-eyed, bastard?" Alright, so moving right along, we have the Reach, the Tarly family. Now this was actually specifically requested in that video. I'll get to who asked that later. But we have Randall Tarly. He's going to be played by James Faulkner. Samwell's disapproving father. We all know how that goes. He's got another son, Dickon, who he's like super proud of. Obviously he felt like his firstborn son, Sam, should have been the one to like uphold the family name, not become a fucking maester, not obviously have to join the Night's Watch. But if I can remember correctly, Randall is the reason why Samwell joined the Night's Watch, at least in the show, because when you first meet Sam, Sam says, "My dad said he was going to kill me unless I joined the Night's Watch," which is pretty shitty of a father thing to do, but still nothing compared to Tywin Lannister. Very similar though, but not the same. Then we have Melissa Tarly, who is going to be played by Samantha Spiro, and this is going to be Sam's mother. Just says Sam's sweet mom. She's a really sweet woman, and of course she has a soft spot for her firstborn child, her son. Then we have Dickon Tarly. He's going to be played by Freddie Stroma. He's going to be Sam's younger brother, and he's obviously super athletic. He's basically the complete opposite of Sam. We'll stick with that. Does that sound good to you guys? Let me know down in the comment section. Then we have Tala Tarly. She's going to be played by actress Rebecca Benson. She's going to be Sam's sister. She's described as being kind, friendly, and an unpretentious woman. And then we have probably a lot of people's most anticipated moments of Season 6 is going to be the Tower of Joy flashback. Let's see, these are code names. Mind you, they were doing this because they obviously don't want you to know what the fuck they were filming, but it's pretty obvious. Let's see, we have Robert R. Romeo. It just says the deadline. I'm just gonna skip over that dude. We have Sir Alfred Honeyworth. He's gonna be played by Eddie Erie. That's probably going to be Sir Arthur Dane. It's kind of like an anagram. Sir Alfred Hunrith is like very close to Sir Arthur Dane. People have actually broken that down. But Eerie Spotlight CV for a time stated that he was playing a character named Sir Alfred Hunrith, but this entry has since been scrubbed to simply confirmed his appearance on the show. No role has been disclosed. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go blow my nose. Apparently I have nose cancer. I don't know what the fuck's going on. I did not mean to make a cancer joke. I always say this because I don't want to offend anybody in my videos, but I do want to be funny at the same time. And nose cancer sounds like a reason why you would have to sneeze 17 times in one 10-minute video for YouTube. Alright, so moving right along, we have Roland Sulin, which is also probably another anagrammed name for Howland Reed. We all know he was at the Tower of Joy flashback. He hasn't been shown on the show, so there were a few people that were afraid he might be cut from it because of that. It'd just be easier to replace him with another character who we've seen. But we've seen both of his children, so why would we not see him? He's described on the Watchers of the Wall. All of this information is from Watchers on the Wall. I'll leave a link to that down in the description for you guys. That is the most reliable source for Game of Thrones casting information, any kind of spoiler information you want. Make sure you check out their website. Those guys are fucking awesome. Let's see. Luke Roberts, the actor who plays Roland Sealand, is described as a legendary fighter who has been training. He's just got a... Okay, so maybe the Roland Sulin dude is actually Arthur Dane. But he's basically just described as an amazing fighter. That's going to wrap that up for this part of the Season 6 casting. I'm going to do the Q&A for you guys now, and also the comments. It's not necessarily a Q&A, and I try to respond to the comments in person, but Google is doing some weird shit, man. Like, it'll notify me that you guys have made a comment, or that you guys have liked the video, or it'll just notify me, and then I go to click on it and try to reply to the comment, and it says the comment doesn't exist. But then I log in my computer, and it's there. I don't know what the hell it is. Maybe it's my phone. Alright, so starting off the Q&A. Let's see. We have one from Cabarto. Sorry guys, I don't mean to butcher your names. And he says, don't think they'll kill all the remaining Lannisters in one season. This is true. We also have Tyrion though, so he'd be one left. I said that, I think. I don't know if you actually read that. But, yeah, so if they did kill them off, we'd still have Tyrion left. I know I was saying he could be a Targaryen, but he's still definitely at least half Lannister, because his mom, we know, is a Lannister cousin. So, but yeah, also, you'd be surprised, man, because, like, a lot of people, if you didn't read the books and you watched the show and you're watching the Red Wedding, you didn't think they'd kill Catelyn Stark and Robb Stark off at the same time, but they did. Those were two main characters. I know Robb Stark never had a POV chapter in the book, but on the show, they definitely gave him way more screen time, so to us, he was a main character. You know what I mean? So don't be too surprised if they could give us Lannister just desserts in the same season. Maybe not the same season, but maybe, let's say, Cersei dies episode 8 this season, and Jaime will die at the beginning of next season. I definitely see the death coming for both of them, just for the fact that they were such horrible characters at the beginning. Cersei never made people like her, but I think that walk of shame gave us sympathy for her, so when she dies, it'll kind of be a little bit like oh, I'm sorry. But Jaime has definitely done a complete, 180. He is no longer a dick. He's no longer a fucking doofus. He is kind of a cool dude, definitely a likable character, so his death would be that shock factor. Alright, then we have one from a user called Bad Dog Online. He's listing his top 5 moments. And his number 1 moment got cut off from my printer it printed this shit sideways, bro. Like, who the fuck's printer does that? That's crazy. I don't know if you guys can see that. But he said his top 5 moments are, number 5 would be Drogon saving Dany from the Dothraki. Number 4 would be Brienne dying to protect Arya or Sansa. Number 3 would be reuniting all the Stark children. Hell yeah, buddy. Super. Let's smack the screen at the same time, because that's a good one. Number 2 would be the return of the Hound of the Gravedigger. And number 1 would be watching Sir Hunt's reviews on YouTube. No, I'm just kidding. That number 1 got cut off. Re-put it down in the comment section, buddy. Alright, then we have a comment from Big Kev, 619SD. He says, this is from one of my other videos. He says, That reminded me of that episode of South Park where Cartman talks about how bad the kitty is and tells his mom, "Kid is being a dildo." And Cartman's mom says, "I know a special kitty who's sleeping with mommy tonight." That was fucking hilarious. That was really funny. And yes, dude, I love South Park, so I can do a pretty fucking good voice of Cartman. If you guys want, I can talk the rest of the video like this, and then I won't have to go home. It used to be a lot better when my voice was higher. Alright, then we have a comment from Ivan Gonzalez. He says, Ivan Gonzalez. He says, "Hey man, love the channel. I'm subscribed to a lot of Game of Thrones channels, especially the bigger ones. And not any of the small nor big ones have discussed the fact that while Jon Snow laid there dying in the final scene of Season 5 and the camera starts getting close to his face, his eyes change colors. And not the world color, like white, but they just change colors. There's a couple videos on YouTube that show this, but there aren't Game of Thrones channels. Me and my girlfriend noticed it. Check it out and let me know what you think. Keep up the good work, and I look forward to your future uploads." I love that, bro, because like I said in my response was like, when I first saw that, I was looking for something so bad that like they're letting us know, okay, he's Azor Ahai. There has to be something. So I kept watching that scene over and over, and then finally I noticed exactly what you just said. His eyes changed colors. But I told my buddies about that. They made fun of me, so then I started doing a little bit more research. Kit Harington has hazel eyes, okay? So when the camera's a certain distance, they look brown, but when the camera gets closer, they change to green. I think that's what happened in that moment, but I'm going to go ahead and throw a picture up for you guys. Check it out, and then let me know what you think down in the comment section. Here is a picture of that. I can definitely see the eyes changing colors. I wasn't able to find a clip for it, but I was able to find a picture right when they changed colors, and you can definitely see that. So I would love to know what you guys think about that in the comment section. I explained how I felt about that. I just think it's because the actor has hazel eyes, although that would be amazing if they were hinting at us way back when, like, yeah, he's coming back. He just changed into Azor Ahai. I don't know. That would be cool. This next one's from V-Flare. He says, "Who are the guys that did this?" That was into my rant earlier. Like I said, man, I don't want to call them out because those guys are really powerful YouTubers. I don't want any strikes against this channel. And also, hopefully, they watched that video and they saw it and it made them want to come out and say, "Hey, those weren't my predictions. That was a fucking Reddit post." And then let's see, we have another one from WYL Khan. He says, "Do a video about the new characters in Season 6, Euron, the Northern Lords, Marybald, Tarly family, etc." Here you go. I'll get to Marybald, and yeah, I'll get to Marybald in part 2 of this video. Then we have a comment from Barbara Revel. She says, "Brilliant Jon Snow imitation. If the Lady Stoneheart storyline is included this season, I might forgive D&D for changing only Cat." If you thought that was a good Jon Snow impression, check this out. "The North remembers because winter is coming, and winter is coming because House Stark will have its vengeance." I think that's just a generic northern accent, but if you think it sounded like Jon Snow, fuck yeah, thank you. Alright, then let's see, last but not least, we have this comment/question thing. It's a little bit asking of a statement. It's from LaDonna Louise, and she says, "Loved this, by the way. You've seen Bran running and climbing since his fall. This is a picture of a vision quest with Bloodraven. Also, the Tyrion picture is important because he is pouring wine back into the decanter." You pointed that out to me because I was making a joke about how it's a party scene and all that shit. Thank you for doing that, because now that I realize that, maybe they did that obviously to show that he's changing. He's changing. Or, you know what? Maybe he could be being a smartass, because Tyrion is a smartass. Maybe he poured some wine in his glass, and then he decided it was a little bit too much, and he's pouring just that little bit back. I don't know. Alright, I want to thank you guys for watching. This has been Sir Hunt's Reviews. Make sure you click like, subscribe. Leave some more comments down in the comment section. I'll do another video like this. This was awesome. Part 2 of the complete Season 6 casting video will be out tomorrow morning. Once again, thank you guys for watching. Let's shoot for 3 likes this video. This has been Sir Hunt's Reviews, and peace.